All right, here we go. I've only got 26 minutes before my camera runs out of room, and so hopefully I can have a nice solid conversation with y'all before my time is up. I have come to the realization that my life is kind of stuck in this weird cycle, and I'm probably being a bit dramatic when I explain to you guys why I feel that way. You'll be like, that's a bit dramatic. But it is a cycle nonetheless, and one that I wish to figure out how to break. But there's an easy answer as to how to break it, but I don't know that that's the answer that I want. So, I have always cooked my own meals, which is, I feel like, the better way to do things. But I've also been stuck in this perpetual loop of dirty kitchen, clean kitchen, dirty kitchen, clean kitchen, where I'll clean the kitchen before I prepare the meal, and then I prepare the meal and the kitchen's dirty all over again. And so I feel like I spend an immense amount of time just cleaning up after myself just so I can eat. And the very kind of repetitive motion that is feeding oneself as well. And it really opens my eyes to why we have such a strong culture around fast food and those sorts of things, because not only is it fast and easy, but you don't dirty your kitchen with fast food. But of course fast food is pricey, and it's hard to make more than one meal out of a single order. And so where I can go to the grocery store and buy $40 worth of stuff and make it last me for an entire week, I can't do that at McDonald's. Well, maybe if I bought $40 worth of McDonald's, I don't spend $40 worth of McDonald's, but I have a feeling $40 of McDonald's might last me half the time, if that even. Plus there's the issue that reheated fast food is just not good most of the time. But it's it does lead me to wonder, how do I get out of this cycle to where I'm constantly cleaning up after myself and then dirtying the kitchen immediately thereafter? And meal prep has helped a lot. I don't cook every day. I usually cook once a week, usually on Sundays, and then I will eat on that for the rest of the week. And so that is my typical pattern that I maintain. And I think the problem is maybe the day that I'm choosing to meal prep on, because I'm usually spending the whole weekend cleaning up throughout what I've dirtied throughout the week. I'm doing my laundry, cleaning the kitchen, doing all that stuff, mowing. All that stuff happens over the weekend. And then on Sunday, it's I spent all day Friday and Saturday cleaning that stuff up, only to on Sunday dirty it all over again because I just meal prepped. And I usually don't meal prep until the end of the day Sunday, and then the kitchen just stays perpetually dirty all week, and then we rinse and repeat. And once again, I know what people are saying, they're you're just a single dude with no kids and you can't keep up with your kitchen chores. And it's I don't know that the kids have so much to do with it. Once again, yes, I would obviously be more occupied with other things if I had more people running around in my house that I was responsible for. But I think it's just general human nature. Procrastination is a thing. And it's not I'm spending that time sitting on the couch watching TV instead of doing that. I'm doing productive things with my time. I'm either uploading or editing videos, I'm writing books, I'm looking up ways to improve either of my crafts, and so it's not that time is wasted just playing video games and watching TV. But to the same end, I have been going to the gym after work every day, so that's a decent time suck every day, but not something that I regret by any means. It's just interesting to look at that. And I think what I need to do is I need to find my motivation, and I need to stick to it, because like I have essentially reset this vacation. I mostly caught up on my videos. I'm really close to being caught up. I need to at least pump out like 2 during the week, and that should keep me right on the money. But then, so I need to reset there, and I reset my laundry, which maybe seems like a silly thing to say, but I was desperately behind on laundry, and I was just cleaning stuff and throwing the clean stuff somewhere and working off the clean stuff, and it wasn't a very good system. And so I went ahead and I started, so I got all caught up there. Technically got a little bit left to catch up on and figure out, but I can figure that out. And then the kitchen was completely clean, and I kind of shot myself in the foot. Well, not necessarily. I needed food for the week, and so I went ahead and made food yesterday. It was last night, the end of the night, and I decided that I was going to sit down and make some food, and destroyed the kitchen. So now I've got to hope that I can motivate myself to clean the kitchen when I get home, upload videos, and hopefully have a little bit of fun and watch some TV or play some video games, whatever it might be. And I need to get back into a groove of things so that I can remain productive during the week. But it still does dawn the question of like, it is difficult to make the most of your time when you're spending so much time doing things that are inherently unproductive. That's why I don't like mowing and dusting as tasks all that much, because they both will, they're just endless tasks. Like I dust, and then the dust comes back in a couple of weeks. I mow, and then the grass just grows in a couple of weeks. It's not like a task where you do it and it's done, and it's not even done for like a significant amount of time. If it was done for like a month, like I probably could get away with dusting if I only did it like a month at a time or something, but I just don't. And I don't know. I'm sure people are like, "Ooh, dusty." And it's not like I feel like if you use the stuff, it doesn't get all that dusty. It's just these unused surfaces that get all dusty. But anyway, so tasks like that, I feel like I hear sirens. Maybe it's this truck in front of me. But tasks like that are the kinds of tasks that I really dislike, because they're just so dang repetitive and pointless. And dishes are starting to feel that way. Cleaning the kitchen is starting to feel that way. Like I feel like when I was on vacation, I feel like I cleaned my kitchen at least 5 times, if not more. And it's like you look back at it, and it's like I just spent this whole vacation cleaning stuff. That was fun. So it's just interesting for me to be a part of these things as an adult, and to like explore and navigate my way into the adult world. A lot of people say that one should be comfortable with adulting by the time they're 30, and I'm a year away from that, and I don't know that I am any more or less comfortable with it than I've ever been. Like, I'm starting to get a hang of things, taxes and stuff. I don't need to ask my parents' help for that anymore. And like, I have systems for doing chores. I don't know that they're the best systems, but they're at least something in place to keep things going. And I am thinking pretty seriously about the whole parenthood thing come next year. And so when I do that, what does that look like? How does that affect? And like, there's a lot of just like household choresy things that I was supposed to have done this vacation that just did not happen. And now, granted, I have more time off coming up. I have every Friday off this month. I've got the last week of this month off. And so I think that I will be able to recoup some of that lost time. But at the end of the day, I'm forced to wonder if I'm just creating a perpetual cycle at this point where I put off all of these bigger chores and projects till May, take time off in May, do them, only to let them pile up and build up again moving into the next year's May. And it's like, I don't know if that's a great way to do it. But once again, it's not like I'm being all that unproductive with my time off. I am doing productive things. I just am being productive in other ways. And it really opens my eyes to, like, and I don't know if it's safe to say the system is designed this way. The system is designed to keep people enslaved to it. I fully believe that. But, like, there is ways to exist outside the system, or to be bigger than the system, or to be better than the system. And I think it's important for people to know that that's an option and that exists, because, like, then you know that you can rise above, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like I'm talking in circles here, but, like, essentially, I feel like there's a lot of things in, like, regular everyday life that is designed to keep you in everyday regular life. And I don't know if the chores cycle is one of them. Like, I don't think that the global system or plan is as finite as making sure that you're trapped in a chore cycle. But being trapped in a chore cycle makes you feel like you're trapped in a cycle within a cycle within a cycle. And it's like, I can't even exist in my home without being trapped in some cycle of perpetuating something. And so that's where I start to think really and be like, okay, like, am I just doomed to just get stuck in this cycle? No matter how much I resist it, no matter how much I fight against it, is it just destined to be me? And I don't honestly know if that's the case, and if it's not the case, or what is the case there. But I do honestly know that I am very curious as to, like, how to break out and do better things. And keep going back to this whole YouTube thing and just trying to keep on top of that, keep it consistent. And I don't know if like I said, once this 24/365 challenge is up, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. I probably won't hold myself to the same standard that I've held myself to, in that I am being very strict on myself to get this done and to keep this going so that I can say that I did it. And albeit it would be very disappointing to do all this only for it to ultimately pan out to a big nothing sandwich for me. But like, I have to face the fact that we're almost halfway through the year now, and I don't know that there's been any significant progress on this front for me. I need to remember to sit up more, because I moved my camera up because someone mentioned that, like, they can see a lot of things through your window, and I don't know if that's entirely safe. And I was like, I think you might be onto something, but I don't know that enough people watch it to want to stalk me. But at some point in time, maybe they do, and maybe they will. Maybe that'll be how things end for me. I don't know. But it is interesting to ponder the possibilities of YouTube success. No one really knows how it works. A lot of people have good ideas, and a lot of people do a lot of things, but, like, any one person's journey to any one goal is not going to be exactly the same as the next person's journey to that goal, especially if you're wanting a goal that's kind of unique to yourself. Like, if you want something that doesn't equally equate to something else that someone else has, then your way about going to get it is going to be different because it's not a one-for-one exchange. But even still, if you want an apple, for example, that's like a simple thing. Anybody who wants an apple wants an apple. But their means to go about getting apples might be very different. Like, you might go to the grocery store to get apples. The person might have a tree in their backyard they can pick apples from. This other person might go to a different grocery store than you because they prefer their apples. And so it's like, even something as simple as acquiring an apple, you can go about doing it in any multitude of ways. And like, experiencing success on YouTube and things of that nature aren't any different in that you don't really get that big of a variety, or you don't really get to just follow someone else's plan verbatim and experience success. And that's why it's really hard for me. I'm not crap talking on nonfiction novels, but that's why it's hard for me to get into nonfiction novels, because you might give me some good, solid advice, but is your advice repeatable? And like, any bit of advice becomes outdated relatively quickly because things are constantly changing. Like, I follow Brandon Sanderson, and he got big in the publishing world, I think, in the early or mid 2000s, which granted now was 20 years ago, but like, his knowledge on how to break through in the publishing world was probably invalid by 10 years. Like, once you get 10 years away from the hustle and bustle and struggle of trying to get into the things, then your knowledge base becomes irrelevant. And I think the same thing is to be said about YouTube. Like, once you've broken through the YouTube ceiling, you don't have to do so much to keep people around. You just keep being you, keep releasing the content that they like and that they appreciate, and they will keep coming around. But you won't be able to necessarily give feedback and ideas on how to grow. You can say how you did it, but if that was 5+ years ago, then chances are your methods are irrelevant. And the only reason why you're still relevant is because you've been able to maintain. And I feel like maintaining will be the easy part. It's gaining that initial push, that initial crowd of people, that is going to be the difficult part. And so yeah, it's interesting to look at things and to understand the cycles that form up our life. I feel like I only talked about chores and stuff, but I feel like as you observe your own life and stuff, you can... Oh, my brights have been on. I wonder if my brights have been on this whole time. Sorry, road people. But as you observe your life and the cycles that you might find yourself trapped in, perhaps you can understand a little better the ins and outs of those cycles and how our life shapes them and all of those things. So we will see what this life has for us, and we will hopefully get somewhere that we want to be. And if we do, yes, I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm trying to pull forward into these parking spots, and they don't let you do that if you're on the right side of the road. So, and I'm not on the road. I am in a parking garage. So, rules are a little different. Anyway, thank you all for popping by. I won't be making a video on my way home today because I only have 6 minutes left on this memory card, so I need to remember to take it out and offload the videos. But thank you, and have a good one.